This is Jellyfish Lake. It is a lake that is located on one of the islands in the Rock Islands formation in Palau. And as you may guess, this lake is full of jellyfish, and that makes it an actually very, very popular tourist destination in Palau. This lake is actually home to two separate species of jellyfish, the golden jellyfish, which is sometimes considered to be a subspecies of the spotted jellyfish, but is very behaviorally and morphologically distinct. So who knows, it may be a subspecies, it may be its own separate species. We haven't really decided yet. And there's also a subspecies of moon jellyfish found in this lake as well. And they do just what jellyfish do, that being hanging out and not really doing much at all. Now, the golden jellyfish is actually pretty interesting for how it gets most of its nutrition. Half of it is from kind of hunting zooplankton found in the waters of the lake, but the other half of its nutrition comes from a symbiotic relationship with zooxanthellae algae, which is kind of just hanging out inside of its tissues and doing photosynthesis and releasing energy to said jellyfish. Now, technically, Jellyfish Lake is connected to a nearby lagoon, which does empty out into the ocean, so theoretically they could leave, but they don't. They never do. They just stay in the lake. And also, like, why would they? This lake is very well protected and has very, very low predators, so they're just living the good life, so there really is no reason for them to go back into the ocean. Now, I have seen it mentioned before on a couple of other sources about Jellyfish Lake that these jellyfish can't sting, that they lost their stinging cells. That isn't entirely true. They are still capable of stinging. They are still in possession of nematocysts, which are the stinging cells. However, their sting is so mild and so weak to humans that you can't even feel it. So technically, they do still sting. However, it is so mild and weak that you just don't notice it, but they do still sting. Now, as I mentioned before, this is a popular tourist destination, and you can actually go snorkeling with these jellyfish because, again, while they can sting, they are essentially harmless. In 1998, there was a absolute massive die-off of almost all of the jellyfish in the lake due to the temperatures changing from an El Nino event. But fortunately, since then, the populations of both the golden and the moon jellyfish have recovered to levels comparable to before when they all started to die off, and now they're doing just okay.